attentive is with us right now, and we appreciate you joining us on a day where there are so many questions. And as Melissa just said, there are, frankly, as you know, a lot of angry customers out there and a lot of questions about what took place and the decisions that you made to limit so many of your customers' ability to buy stocks like GameStop. Questions about whether you have a liquidity problem, whether you're trying to protect them from themselves, whether Citadel did this. Explain what happened today.
Thank you for having me on the show again, Andrew. So what happened today was, as you pointed out, we had to make a very difficult decision. It's been a challenging day. We made the decision in the morning to limit the buying of about 13 securities on our platform.
Fucking
so to be clear, customers could still sell those securities if they had positions in them, and they could also trade in the thousands of other securities on our platform. So it was a difficult decision, and that's what we had to do as part of normal operations.
Normal operations. What an idiot.
Why did you do this? Did the SEC call you and tell you you had to do this? Was there a problem inside the company in terms of liquidity,
Why?
in terms of the amount of deposits that you had to put in front to the exchanges? What led to this?
Sure, and let me explain exactly how this works. First of all, I want to address some of the misinformation that's been out there because there's a lot of it. We absolutely did not do this at the direction of any market maker or hedge fund or anyone we
Okay, you screwed out the little guy.
The reason we did it was because Robinhood is a brokerage firm. We have lots of financial requirements, including SEC net capital requirements and clearinghouse deposits. So that's money that we have to deposit at various clearinghouses. So some of these requirements fluctuate quite a bit based on volatility in the markets. And they can be substantial in the current environment where
AKA they didn't have the money
and a lot of concentrated activity in these names that have been going viral on social media. So we're really in unprecedented times, and in order to protect the firm and protect our customers, we had to limit buying in these.
That's why you sell this piece of shit.
To be absolutely clear,
You don't sell it, you get out of Robinhood.
But it sounds to me, though, that you're suggesting that there was a liquidity problem.
Of course.
And my question
of course.
then raises all sorts of new questions about whether there's a systemic issue underneath the system and underneath the company.
It's a trash company. This guy's in his fucking living room.
There was no liquidity problem. And to be clear, this was done preemptively. So we did this proactively. And thousands of other securities remain tradable on the platform. Customers that held these positions were able to sell them. And we're doing what we can to allow buying and to remove these restrictions in the morning. But also, you might have seen Robinhood has been the #1 app in the App Store.
Not for long,
so
you moron.
We have seen unprecedented interest due to the fact that finance has been culturally relevant in a way that hasn't been before, and these stocks are going viral on social media. And I think it's really interesting to juxtapose against some of the other questions that we've been having before this. Of course, Robinhood stands for everyday investors. From the very beginning, we have stood for investors, opening up access and giving them the ability to trade commission-free in whatever they want.
That's every fucking brokerage. Congrats. You did nothing unique.
There should be more restrictions. So it pains us to have had to impose these restrictions.
Holy shit, this guy's a moron.
To enable trading in these stocks as soon as we can.
But what do you tell
the CEO of Robinhood is on CNBC wearing a fucking t-shirt.
I'm losing money. You are not allowing me to buy this. And by the way, I'm going to have to sell it for less money because of what you did.
TDs know better, by the way. They did this to people too. But I'm in TD, whatever.
People to buy it, but they can sell positions that they have.
So you can sell, but you can't buy.
A little bit. I know how Clorox and Lysol felt in the pandemic when they were running out of hand sanitizer and supplies. We just haven't seen this level of concentrated elevated interest market-wide in a small number of names before. So we understand our customers are upset. We're doing what we can to re-enable buying in these names, and we stand with our customers. We stand for
you don't stand with anyone. You should have left it open.
That you should be able to buy and sell the stocks that
they're not the only brokers that screwed people over today, though, people. TD's my brokerage. They screwed us too. It didn't affect me, though, but it affects a lot of small, young retail investors.
Maybe I shouldn't be on Robinhood anymore. If they're going to shut me out right when I need to be on the service, maybe I should go to an alternative service.
Look, we realize customers are upset with this. It was not an easy decision. Ultimately, the team made the correct decision here. So
no, you didn't. You put yourself out of business overnight. Oh my God.
Reliable platform going forward, and we've invested a lot in that, and we've actually seen some great progress and taking all the steps we can to make sure customers can buy the securities that they want to buy without restrictions in the future.
When you look at the trading in these stocks over the past several days, do you think they're divorced from reality? Are you concerned that the investors that are involved in this are doing these things for reasons that they fully understand and they fully understand the risks involved?
Look, I'm obviously a big believer in more education. I want to make sure that we give customers all the tools and educational resources that we could possibly give them. This is really about access, and access is something I've been super strong about from the very beginning.
No, but you just screwed people out of access today.
And questions about whether we should be granting people access in the first place.
If I had a Robinhood account right now, I would be
informed. They need to be educated.
Livid.
We do want to give them the ability to do that, but I also believe that access is a very powerful thing. The more individual investors have access to the markets, the better off we will be. And
agreed on that.
Tirelessly, day in and day out, to make sure customers have that access. It's in the name. It's everything we stand for.
But you didn't do it today. Holy shit! You can't make this up, dude.
Can you walk us through the moment in which you realized that you needed to do this in order to have the capital? I mean, you drew on credit lines. We've confirmed that, and you can confirm that to us directly. At what point did you say, the options volume is just crazy, the stock volume is crazy, and we need to do this? It sounds like something you should have been able to figure out prior to today.
Well, it's interesting because I don't remember a time in the past where social media and the financial system have intersected in such a direct way. So things can go viral on social media, and that can
Your typical CEO.
Virality in the financial markets. Like I mentioned before,
fucking typical.
Robinhood's been #1 on the App Store for the last several days, and we've never been #1 on the App Store before. So I don't think anyone could have anticipated that this would happen. And in terms of
you didn't think outside the box. Rule number 1.
That was really a proactive measure. As I mentioned earlier in the conversation, the deposit requirements that we have at the various clearinghouses govern how much we can allow customers.
Did not have the capital, people.
So obviously, in line with our mission and what we want to do, we want to put ourselves in a position to allow our customers to be as unrestricted as possible in accordance
so you
with
restrict them?
Regulations.
Oh
So
my God, is this real?
so that we could maximize within reason the funds we have to deposit at the clearinghouses.
They didn't have the money. End of story.
Final question, and we only really have 30 seconds at this point, and we will continue this conversation on Squawk Box tomorrow. But the question I would ask you is, you said you're going to start allowing buying tomorrow. What happens if it triggers whatever system triggered today where you had to stop it? Are you anticipating that? Are you doing anything ahead of that prospect?
Yeah, we're doing a lot of things. We want to obviously allow buying safely for the firm and for the customers. And the teams have been working very, very hard. They were already working very hard dealing with the unprecedented, volumes and times and the unique situation we've been in. So we want to do that safely. We want to be clear in the communications, and I own that, we should have been out there a little bit sooner. The team's been working very hard.
And this is who you guys trust holding your money. A guy in a t-shirt in the living room. Oh my God.
Vlad, we appreciate you joining us.
After that, people, big glass of wine.